Morning to all of you. We continue with tomorrow's session. Yesterday we discussed about the types of functions. Basically there are two types, the predefined and user-defined type. We wrote two of the programs. Now remember, when a question is given to you, in that question one function is provided. One function is provided and you have to use that function only. The same name and the parameters, in the parameters you are provided with the data type only. No parameters name is provided. You can use your own parameter there. But if suppose it has been strictly instructed in the question, then you have to use that parameter only. What do you mean by a parameter? Parameter means intn, inty, intx, what you are writing in the brackets, that they are called as the parameters. They are said to be as the parameters. So in a program, one function should be there. What is been given to you, according to that function you have to write the specified codes in that code, and then you have to create another function, main function, which contains a scanner through which you are sending a value. So basically in programs, there are the two functions, and you are calling, once you are creating a function, that the function which you are creating, in which you are performing that task, is the predefined function. And in the void main, when you are again writing the function name, that statements are called as the calling statements. That statements are termed as the calling statements. So today I will be making it very clear with the yesterday's program, what you people have written and what we have written. In that I will be showing you which one is the function definition and which one is called as the function call statements. And again we will continue with this parameters. I talked about the parameters, so I will acknowledge you with the parameter and the argument, and what is the need of the parameter, why you need arguments. And today we will write a program with passing the arguments as well as with the help of parameters. Yesterday what you have done is you have done with the help of the parameters only. The parameters help you to make your program flexible. You can provide a different value, but whereas when we pass an argument means a value. You can pass a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yesterday, if you can remember, then we have called a prime n1. Instead of prime n1, if you pass a 5, then your program is always going to check whether the 5 is a prime or not. But if you pass a n1, then you get a freedom. Then you have a freedom that you can pass a different value, whatever required. The user, it will become a user dependent now. The user can provide a value. The program becomes an universal. It is not going to be a fixed one. If you provide a particular value, suppose I provide a 5, suppose I provide a 6 to check, suppose I provide any other number, then it is going to be a fixed. That program is going to work for that particular value only. No new value can be provided to it. So it's the value when you provide, it's termed as an argument. And when you provide a data type with a variable, when you provide a variable, that is called as a parameter. So parameter makes your program more and more flexible. It makes your function flexible. That's why the parameters are to be used. Now we continue with the yesterday's program. I will be going with it. What are the actual parameters? What are the formal parameters? Where is the argument and where is the parameters? Okay. Today's program, we have written a prime. We have written it for a prime. Now look here. This is the first line which we had written here. Now this is called as termed as a function definition. This is called as function definition. You are defining the function. Now this n is again a parameter. Now come down to the void main. In the void main, you have written here a prime n1. This particular statement is called as the function calling. Now again here n1 is a parameter. Now what type of parameter? Now it contains a value. This contains a value. Therefore it is called as a actual parameter. Now this value gets copied into the n. So this is called as the formal parameter. So formal parameter are the receiving variables, whereas the actual parameters, they contain the actual value. Now is it clear? Look at the program. If yesterday it is not been clear to you, then you can copy it down, and now the another program. You are creating a function with a void reverse and so on. Hope so it is now clear to everyone. Now we should come across, I had talked earlier about the parameters and arguments. Now what are the parameters and arguments? So first of all, parameters. What are parameters? It is a variable defined by the method that receives a value when method is called. Now what are arguments? Now it is the value that is passed to a method when it is invoked. Invoked means called. When you are calling it, invoked. So the parameters and now arguments. So parameters and arguments, what do you mean by the parameters and argument? Now the parameters and arguments are of two types. And formal parameters. Now I'm turning the pages. You can get a clear view of it. Actual parameter and the formal parameters. What the actual parameter and the formal parameters here. Now can you get the difference between the actual and the formal parameters? Now the actual parameters always contain a data type, whereas the formal parameter don't have a data type when you are using it in a function. Right. Now so actual parameters, they contain the past value, copy value, whatever you can say, copy value. Create a function sum int to check whether the given number is perfect or not. Now to check whether the given number is perfect or not. So we are going to check it whether the given number is perfect or not. Now again import java.util.strict class, so you can check it out as unperfect. Now void sum int n. So to find we should, for a perfect number, a number is said to be a perfect when the sum of its factor excluding the number is equal to the number, then it is a perfect number. So I need an I loop. I need to find a sum s equals to 0, Now for I equals to 1, I less than n, I plus plus, if n mod I, if I should be small, if n mod I equals to 0, s equals to s plus I. Now if s equals to n, then system dot out dot println perfect, else system dot out dot println not. Close the main method. Here the for closes, here the main some word main scanner sc equals to new scanner system dot in. So you declare another variable n1. Now this is the actual parameter, this is the formal parameter, we need to pass that value. So system dot out dot println system dot out dot println, enter the number n equals to sc dot next int method. Now pass that value to sum, call the sum. Now you are calling sum, passing n1 to the sum, and close n1 to the sum, and you are closing the program. The program closes there. Now this is you have created another function. So now with the while loop also we are going to check it out. Yesterday we have checked it out as a palindrome. Now we are going to check it out as an Armstrong number or not. So web to input web to create a function. Now what function? Void arm int. Now n, I am here providing now it is a fixed that you have n has to be passed there to check whether a given number is Armstrong or not. What is an Armstrong number? Now 153, 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. It is 1 plus 125 plus 27 equals to 153. Alright, now create again import java.util.strict. Now class Armstrong, so your void arm int n. So here you require int r, you require a duplicate, you require an s. Now d equals to n, s equals to 0, while n is not equals to 0, r equals to n mod 10, s equals to s plus r into r, semicolon, n equals to n slash 10. If s equals to d, system dot out dot println it's an Armstrong, else system dot out dot println not. Now close the arm method. Now we need to create a void main Now here run a scanner sc equals to new scanner system dot in intn1 system dot out dot println enter the number n1 equals to sc dot next nt method. So pass this to arm n1 curly braces close. Hope so it's easy for you now. Thank you very much. Now check it out again. This is the program here and the program ends here. Hope so. Thank you. Tomorrow again we will be meeting and we will discuss some other questions also.